Looking at the Psalms 102 for our devotion today. A psalm which is deemed the prayer of the afflicted when he is overwhelmed, and poureth out his complaint before the Lord. And it's subtitled, Do Not Hide Your Face from Me. And we're focusing on verse 1 and 2 for the exposition. Let's go ahead and read those two verses. Verse 1. Hear my prayer, O Lord, and let my cry come unto thee. And verse 2. Hide not thy face from me in the day when I am in trouble. Incline thine ear unto me in the day when I call, answer me speedily. And first of all, we'd like to look at the breakdown of the title that Spurgeon pens. The prayer of the afflicted when he's overwhelmed and poured out his complaint before the Lord. This psalm is a prayer far more in spirit than in words. The formal petitions are few, but a strong stream of supplication runs from beginning to end, and like an undercurrent finds its way heavenward through the moanings of grief and confessions of faith, which make up the major part of the psalm. It is a prayer of the afflicted, or of a sufferer, and it bears the marks of its parent's age, as it is recorded of Jabez that his mother bore him with sorrow. So may we say of this psalm. Yet as Rachel's Benoni, or child of sorrow, was also her Benjamin, or son of her right hand, so is the psalm as eminently expressive of consolation as of desolation. It is scarcely correct to call it a penitential psalm, for the sorrow of it is rather of one suffering than sinning. It has its own bitterness, and it is not the same as that of the 51st. The sufferer is afflicted more for others than for himself, more for Zion and the house of the Lord than for his own house. When he is overwhelmed, or sorely troubled and depressed, the best of men are not always able to stem the torrent of sorrow. Even when Jesus is on board, the vessel may fill with water and begin to sink, and poureth out his complaint before the Lord. When a cup is overwhelmed or turned bottom over, all that is in it is naturally poured out. Great trouble removes the heart from all reserves and causes the soul to flow out without restraint. It is well when that which is in the soul is such as may be poured out in the presence of God. And this is only the case where the heart has been renewed by divine grace. The word rendered, complaint, has in it none of the idea of fault-finding or ripening, but should rather be rendered moaning, the expression of pain, not of rebellion. To help the memory, we will call this psalm the Patriot's Plaint. So now, turning our attention to verse 1, let's go ahead and read verse 1 again. Hear my prayer, O Lord, and let my cry come unto thee. And Spurgeon exposits. Hear my prayer, O Lord, or O Jehovah. Sincere suppliants are not content with praying for prayer's sake. They desire really to reach the ear and heart of the great God. It is a great relief in time of distress to acquaint others with our trouble. We are eased by their hearing our lamentation, but it is the sweetest solace of all to have God himself as a sympathizing listener to our plaint. That he is such is no dream or fiction, but an assured fact. It would be the direst of all our woes if we could be indisputably convinced that with God there is neither hearing nor answering. He who could argue us into so dreary a belief would do so no better service than if he had read us our death warrant. Better die than be denied the mercy seat. As well be an atheist at once as believing in an unhearing, unfeeling God. And let my cry come unto thee. When sorrow rises to such a height that words become too weak a medium of expression, and prayer is intensified into a cry, then the heart is even more urgent to have audience with the Lord. If our cries do not enter within the veil and reach to the living God, we may as well cease from prayer at once, for it is idle to cry to the winds. But blessed be God. The philosophy which suggests such a hideous idea is disproved by the fact of everyday experience, since thousands of saints can declare, "Verily, God hath heard us." In verse 2 that reads, "Hide not thy face from me in the day when I am in trouble. Incline thine ear unto me in the day when I call. Answer me speedily." Spurgeon pens. Hide not thy face from me in the day when I am in trouble. Do not seem as if thou didst not see me, or wouldst not own me. Smile now, at any rate. Reserve thy frowns for other times when I can bear them better, if indeed I can ever bear them. But now in my heavy distress, favor me with looks of compassion. Incline thy ear unto me. Bow thy greatness to my weakness. If because of sin thy face is turned away, at least let me have a side view of thee. Let me thine ear, if I may not see thine eye. Turn thyself to me again, if my sin has turned thee away. Give to thine ear an inclination to my prayer. In the day when I call, answer me speedily, because the case is urgent, and my soul little able to wait. We may ask to have answers to prayer as soon as possible, but we may not complain of the Lord if he should think it more wise to delay. We have permission to request and to use importunity, but no right to dictate or to be petulant. If it be important that the deliverance should arrive at once, we are quite right in making an early time a point of our entreaty, for God is as willing to grant us a favor now as tomorrow, and he is not slack concerning his promise. It is a proverb concerning favors from human hands, that he gives twice who gives quickly, because a gift is enhanced in value by arriving in time of urgent necessity. And we may be sure that our heavenly Patron will grant us the best gifts in the best manner, granting us grace to help in time of need. When answers come upon the heels of our prayers, they are all the more striking, more consoling, and more encouraging. In these two verses, the psalmist has gathered up a variety of expressions, all to the same effect. In them, all he entreats an audience and answers of the Lord, and the whole may be regarded as a sort of preface to the prayer which follows. We'll trust you enjoyed the exposition on the first two verses, Psalms 102. Michael here declaring yet again, Jesus is Lord. Until next time, be